Exactly 29 minutes to the hour 8. Music. What would our lives be without it? Played you something from K-Flow featuring Takura Gede. And straight after that, some Arius Jay, Pajakaramba. And yes, on a Tuesday like this, it's time for your exclusive pass to Backstage. The mind, getting into the minds of the music. And my name is Patience Musa. And tonight we are unlocking the creative genius of a multi-talented producer and artist who's been making waves beyond our borders, from working with South Africa's ambitious entertainment to shaping his own path. Arius Jay joins us to talk beats, bars, and big dreams. If you have any questions for him, send them through to our WhatsApp 0772 168 045. That's 0772 168 045. And yes, a big thank you to the team that was taking care of you before, the news team, Sean, the boys, and of course, the entire team, the Rush team taking care of you, as well as Chamvari and the Breakfast Show. But look, let's get into all about our guest right now. Now, Arius Jay stands as a formidable force in the South African music landscape, renowned for his innovative production and unwavering commitment to nurturing emerging talent as a producer at Ambitious Entertainment. Now, he's contributed to a lot of these artists' success, artists like MT, Amanda Black, and, just to mention a few. So, Arius Jay, welcome to ZiFM Stereo. All right, and so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
How did you first get signed to Ambitious Entertainment? Are you still signed with them today? And what was that journey like for you? I know it's really tough. I know a few artists who've tried to make it to South Africa. They made it here in Zim, went to South Africa, but no one would give them a chance. So how did you make it happen?
Mainly it was on social media like IG. I was just posting my things. Then they saw, and then they started talking to me. From there, they approached me like they want to work. It was like a co-sign, not a major deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it working with the Ambitious team?
Yeah, it's alright, but no freedom like that. Labels, they own almost everything that you do. Yeah.
So even after you work with them, you don't get royalties for any of the music that has been successful
You do.
or released.
You do.
Mhm.
You do, but
It's not as much.
exactly.
Okay. Now, as a producer and artist who's been immersed in both the Zimbabwean and South African music scenes, what are your thoughts on why music production seems to be undervalued here in Zimbabwe? Why is that the case? What do you think?
Well, I think it's all about perception, Jack. Like how people view it. It's not all about beats, drums, or they sacrifice. Like emotionally, you have to be there. Creative wise, you have to be there. So I think it's like I'll put three factors like perception and what's it called? What's the word? I put perception and then compensation for the producers. Like you don't get compensated that side.
But we're in 2025 and we've come to this age where producers also want to be celebrated. Producers also want the limelight. I mean, years back, 10, maybe even 20 years ago, Anna Quincy Jones, when they produced music, you would just hear, you know what, it sounds like a Babyface song, but they wouldn't be out there saying, oh, this is a Babyface song within the song. So why is it that all of a sudden we have producers that want to step into the limelight and are not happy just being behind the scenes and doing the magic as before?
Because we the ones that put all the emotion there. Like all the strings, all the what is coming from the heart. And then the art is just right. I know they put emotion also. But then we're starting from the scratch, so it's different.
So now you primarily produce hip hop, pop, and Afro-inspired music, genres that have gained more mainstream traction in South Africa than in Zim. What do you think contributes to this difference in popularity and reception?
I think it's the kind of sound that I'm introducing. It's different from what is around here.
Do you think that eventually the Zimbabwean audience will take to it?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we're pushing for.
And how is it looking so far?
You can say 50-50. We're
50
getting there.
50.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we are my station, your station, ZiFM Stereo, and this is Backstage. And tonight we're in studio with Arius Jay, peeling back the layers of his music and his passion for producing music. Now, could you walk us through some of the projects you've worked on together with Ambitious Entertainment and some artists that you've worked with? What challenges have you encountered, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, mainly when you're working with artists, especially if the languages are different, and then you have what you want, and they cannot get that. It's a challenge, but then, music is a language. At the end of the day, it just flows.
And what are the differences that you noted between working with South African artists and Zimbabwean artists?
No difference. It's the same.
The same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Bese vanopisa musoro zvakangofana navese.
Exactly. Yeah.
Vese vava madiva diva vese.
Yeah.
Now, are you still working with Ambitious Entertainment,
No,
or
no.
you are now fully producing in Zimbabwe only?
Yeah, now I'm in Zim.
Okay. So after that major decision to come back home and start working with Zimbabweans, have you encountered challenges in adapting to the Zimbabwean music landscape?
Not really. Music is a language. Doesn't matter where you are. Speaks the same.
Okay. Now, we're seeing exciting growth in Zimbabwean hip hop with artists like Saint Flo, Holy Ten, Takura, Volt JT shaping the sound. Where do you see yourself fitting into this evolving scene?
Well, I would say fitting in.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say fitting in.
So you're not here to fit in. You are
I'm
here to
introduce something
introduce.
that's not yet. Arius Jay is what missing from the list that you gave me. That's what
So
I
you're
want.
here to disrupt.
No.
You're okay.
No.
So you're not here to disrupt. You're
Yeah.
not here to fit in.
No. I respect all those people that you mentioned. Yeah, they're great artists.
Okay. If you have any questions at all for Arius J, send them through to our WhatsApp 0772-168-045. Now, you are also currently working with other collaborators. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, right now it's only one person, Scott. Yeah, he's from the States. He done the beat for Amelie, Lil Wayne. Yeah. So we're working on something.
And how did you guys get to meet, to talk and collaborate?
It was on Instagram again.
Okay.
Yeah, social media.
So, can you say that social media has become that link? Do you think that having your song played on radio is still as powerful as it was before, or the various platforms that we have become a lot more powerful?
I think it's the same. We cannot say social media has the upper hand. Because radio still, we listen to radio every day.
Now, as far as music is concerned, have you trained in music production, or is this something that is in your blood, something that you taught yourself?
Yeah, self-taught. I would just watch people doing their thing, and then I started.
And what are your thoughts to those that come up with the debate that it's important for you to also go to the desk, and study it rather than just working with the talent?
Studying it comes from the heart.
Because what, a lot of us do think that a lot of these international artists, it's just all talent. But you'll find that even when it comes to acting, and you dig deeper into their backgrounds, you find that they went to school for it, they did this and that. Is that something that maybe you would like to look into for the future, or are you more comfortable growing within your own space?
Yeah, I'd rather grow within my own space rather than being taught. His music comes from within. You don't have to learn this.
All right. So, what are your plans for 2025 back in Zim? What should we be looking forward to in the next few weeks or months? What's the
Bangers
plan?
after bangers, like hit songs only. I'm not playing
And what kind of music do you listen to right now? Who are you listening to?
international or local.
Both.
Here in Zim, I listen to Takura. Outside there, it's Drake, Lil Wayne, Tory Lanez.
And any collabs that we can look forward to?
We can. For now, there's nothing.
Okay.
We're just working on our own.
Okay. So I know you. I know that you said that your plans for the future are bangers after bangers after bangers.
Yeah.
But what steps are you actively taking to make those bangers a reality?
Okay. I'm working with local producers also, like other people that I won't mention, but I'm working with people from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a producer yourself and working with another producer,
Exactly.
how does that feel? When do you step away and say, oh, by the way, Arius, you're not the one producing. You're just the artist in this one. You're just singing. How do you manage that process?
Well, it starts with like how we starting the whole process. If I go to the studio and I'm saying I'm making the beat, then I'm making the beat. If I say I want to rap or sing, then I do that.
Then you expect the producer to make the beat.
Exactly.
So
But
so you so
I'll help when we make.
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. Do you know where to draw the line when you are just being when you're supposed to be the artist and not producing and leave the producer to produce? Or are you that person who just then wants to meddle with the producer's work?
Nah, I give them space. But then when I feel like something's off, I just tell them like, nah, this has to go.
As a producer, what processes do you go to when you're ready to release your music? I know that as artists, it's difficult to let go of songs and say, you know what, we've meddled with this track enough. Let's leave it. No more adding anything. No more mixing this and that. It's ready to go. Do you have songs that you've been holding on to for years that you just can't let go of because somehow you feel like it's not ready?
Yeah, we have a lot from 2018.
When are these songs going to be released?
Anytime soon. We working on them.
what 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 are some of the issues with these songs? At what point do you know that a song is ready for release?
Mainly we send to people like established people already, and then we ask for opinion. They tell us no, fix this, fix this. We don't take their advice, yes, but then we go and check where exactly we went wrong, then start again.
Well, our time at exactly 7:45 here on my station, your station, ZiFM Stereo. More insights, more vibes, and more keys to the game with Arius Jay. 0772168045 is our WhatsApp. By the way, you can also hit us up on social media because ZiFM Stereo is on Twitter, is on X. We're also on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. So do follow us. And again, the number is 0772168045. Okay. So talking about technology and artificial intelligence, how are you using this? Are you using it at all as a producer in your work or as an artist?
Yeah, we don't use that. It doesn't work with what I believe in.
Okay.
Music comes from within. So
But
if
but
I
what? But I know that there are some producers out there. It is a growing trend. Producers using artificial intelligence in music. What's your take on this movement? Do you see it as a threat or a tool for innovation? Because I know that in a lot of industries, vanhu vanenge vakutotyka kuti basa rangu rapera, and my job has become redundant. But what are your thoughts as far as innovation in the industry is concerned?
I think we can work with that, but then when it comes to music, real music, we just have to go as humans.
But remember, there was a time though when you had to have like full band. You had to have the entire band, drama in there, a bassist there. But these days, all you need is a keyboard and your monitors, and you can create a whole band. You know, my guitarist and my drummers are but somehow so many years later we found a space where where you can use a digital drum, you can use a digital bass, but then there are times when there's a need to have a real live bass in there, and somehow everybody finds their space.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, as someone who produces your own music, how do you keep your creativity sharp and inspired?
I talk to a lot of people, a lot. Like, that's how I get ideas. Like, just speaking like we're speaking right now. Be getting ideas if I do this. That's how it goes.
You say that you're listening to Takura, and then you mentioned a few of other international artists. But who did you grow up listening to? How did you get onto this path in the first place? Who inspired you?
Who inspired me? One of the best from here.
Who was it?
Tuku.
And have you found... So he inspired you and his sound as well? Is there some link between your music and his music? Is there?
There's going to be.
There's going to be.
Exactly.
Oh, well, if you could please give us your social media handles for those that want to follow you and find out more about you.
It's at Arius Jay 1. Oh, Arius Jay _1.
That's for all the platforms.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we look forward to some live performances?
Anytime this year. We're going to have a lot of those.
So let's talk about your process when it comes to producing your music. When you sit down to produce a track, what usually comes first? Is it the beat, the melody, or concept? Can you please walk us through your creative process?
Okay, it all starts with how I'm feeling that day. I can be feeling happy, then I already know I'm going to make a happy song. If I'm feeling sad, it's a sad song.
Mm-hmm. But what starts? Do you come up with the lyrics first? Do you come up with the beat, or is it the melody?
Mainly it's melody first.
Okay.
And then we start building out from the chords, the drums, everything after the melody.
Have you ever had a song or a beat or a melody that challenged you creatively? And how were you able to manage that process and still come up with the song on the other side?
Well, I've had one. It was an Afro-pop song. I couldn't get the drums right. It was just off. But then I gave myself time, like, relax. You got this.
I know that with artists, sometimes you say, oh, relax, you've got all the time. And sometimes you can park the song for weeks, days. Sometimes you can park a song for years. But have you ever felt the urgency to work on a song as a producer, producing for another artist with a deadline? How do you handle that process? I've always wondered, because you want your creativity to flow. You are creative animals. So sometimes you're like, you know what? I do not have a creative juice in me. I need to step away. But there's a deadline. So how do you manage that? Are you still creative if you're still working after you feel like your juices are gone and you're just trying to finish a job and get paid?
Well, I don't do that. I don't do it for the money only. If the person ain't feeling what I'm saying, like I need time, then we ain't doing the track.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there have been instances where you've told an artist not today.
Yeah.
And how was it? So how do you communicate that, especially if you're working with a big brand like Ambitious Entertainment? How do you communicate that? With their understanding of that and their understanding of the artistic process?
They do. Because I tell them how I want my things done. I'm the one who's supposed to be creating. They're just funding the whole thing.
All right. So if you're just tuning in and you're out there driving, drive to arrive, drive cautiously. In the studio with me is producer and artist Arius Jay. Was producing some big brands in South Africa. Is now back in Zimbabwe to give us more of his talent. Now, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from the South African music industry that Zimbabwean producers and artists could benefit from?
The biggest what?
The biggest lesson you've learned
Okay.
that all the Zimbabwean artists and producers could benefit from?
I think we should work together. Like that side, they support each other. You know, everyone, if they're doing something, everyone is backing it. I think that's the only lesson I got from that side.
Okay. And having worked with all those South African artists who have managed to go global, the likes of MT, do you think Zimbabwean music has the potential to go global? What does it take? Do you think your music has the potential to go global? Do you think you have the right pieces together to take it places?
Yeah, I know we have the right pieces to take it global. Because we have a unique sound. It's different from what they have out there also. It's not only about, even out there, they don't have our sound.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so talking about sound again, in 3 words, could you describe your sound in just 3 words?
Moody, happy, and sad.
7 minutes to the hour 8 is our time here on my station, your station, Backstage. And, we're running out of time as always. But please do know that next Tuesday, same time, we'll continue to talk about more of what's going on within our arts industry. Now, how has your identity as a Zimbabwean influenced the music you make for the South African artists? Is there some Zimbabwean signature that you have managed to throw into the songs that people in 10 years, in 50 years, in 100 times, when they listen to the songs, they'll be able to say, you know what, there's a sound there, there's a unique sound there that's there. It certainly isn't South African.
Yeah, there's a lot. But it has to be them finding out. I cannot tell them what I put there. It has to be like a puzzle. They have to figure it out.
Now, as a producer and an artist, what's something that most people don't know about you that you wish they did? Something that your fans don't know about you that you wish they did?
I don't think
There's
something-
anything.
I don't think.
They know everything they need to know.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, it certainly has been something having this chat with you. I wish you all the best in the future. Looking forward to those bangers after bangers after bangers.
Yeah.
Before you go, if you could please give us your social media handles again.
It's at Arius Jay _1 on all platforms.
Okay, and we can look forward to performances and videos.
Exactly.
You speak so little. I just...
It's so little.
You speak so little, but it kind of makes sense because when I was listening to your music, you also, your music isn't word heavy. It's not word heavy. The choruses, the verses are pretty simple.
Yeah.
So this is who you've always been.
Yeah. Pretty much that's it.
Yeah, I would love to have an argument with you and see how that goes.
Live. That's when I flip you already.
I doubt that. I think your flipping would be 5 words and then you just...
No, it can't be. I'm
Serious.
chilled to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But then when you just
There's
go...
need, you just have to.
Well, certainly it has been lovely, and we look forward to hearing your music. My name is Patience Musa. Join me next week, same time, right here on my station, your station, to find out more of what's going on. on YouTube as well. So look out for all our social media pages. Follow and like and check out our website as well, www.zfmstereo.co.zw. Otherwise, tune in on Sunday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and you and I can get to hang for 4 whole hours. This is your evening. This is your day. This is your week. This is your month. So you go ahead, you claim it, you take it, own